Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous Virtual Stadium Tours guide and feel the power! It's a new day, yes it is! And so today we are taking a look around the Baker's Life Fieldhouse. That's right, it is the home arena of the Indiana Pacers of the NBA. That's the National Basketball Association, of course, the indoor basketball side. And as always for you, the first fact I have about this arena is its overall capacity. And like many arenas of this sort in America and around the world, it has a couple of different overall capacities depending on what's actually taking place in the arena at any given time. For instance, if there is basketball taking place in the arena, the overall capacity is about 18,165. Whereas if there's ice hockey taking place in the arena, because of the up security that is needed for such a sport, such an event, the overall capacity then drops down to around 12,300. And once again, if there's a concert in the arena, so a dance concert, a singing concert, maybe even a stand-up comedian's concert, the overall capacity raises up from basketball to around 19,000 flat. So that's interesting for you, but it's the same sort of thing you see with many arenas like this up and down the country. So next, let's talk about the naming rights of this arena. And when it was opened in 1999, it was opened as the Conseco Fieldhouse. Conseco are a financial services organization in Indiana, of course, where this arena is. And they bought the naming rights, and they've actually gone through, the company itself has gone through a couple of naming changes since they took over the naming rights of the arena. The big one took place in 2011 when they changed their name to Baker's Life, and hence why the name of the arena is now called the Baker's Life Fieldhouse. So now let's move on and talk about the construction of this arena, and I've not managed to find much information about its building at all. It all seemed to go quite smoothly, and they actually broke ground in July 1997, and it was opened in November 1999, so it took just over 2 years to build this arena at a cost of $183 million at the time. Of course, adjusting for inflation in 2016, that's around 260 even million US dollars. So that's an interesting little fact for you. So now let's move on and talk about some of the other things which aren't basketball that take place in this arena. And like many arenas of this type, around America mainly, the WWE, the World Wrestling Entertainment Organization, shows up and hosts many events in this arena throughout the year. Raw and SmackDown, both of their big live TV events, but also pay-per-views have taken place in this arena, and the first is a WCW pay-per-view. Now, if you don't know much about wrestling history, WCW, known as World Championship Wrestling, was WWE's big competitor around the 1980s to the early 2000s until they folded and sold up to the WWE. If you're up on that kind of entertainment side of things, you'll know all about it. It was a huge deal at the time in the industry. And WCW actually hosted a pay-per-view in this arena, so it's been open long enough for WCW to have hosted a pay-per-view in the arena, and that was Sin, and that was held in 2001. But since then, it's only hosted WWE pay-per-views. It hosted the Great American Bash in 2006, it hosted SummerSlam in 2008, Survivor Series in 2012, and Clash of Champions in 2016. But as well as the wrestling, this arena also holds concerts, as I've already stated. Big names such as Katy Perry, Paul McCartney, the Beatles have all had their concerts here. But there's also a couple of other slightly different things that you don't find in arenas like this that take place here, such as auto racing. In 2015, they had the midget car racing and the outlaw kart racing held on a dirt track inside the arena. So that's interesting. It's something you very rarely see in an arena like this, that they actually replaced the basketball court or the ice hockey arena. They put dirt across it and made a racing track out of it. They've also, on the same principle, hosted the Professional Bull Riders, and that took place in 2011 in this arena. And once again, they changed up the surface and put a bunch of dirt down, and then they had a bull riding tournament there. So that's interesting. So now let's move on and just talk about a few sort of smaller things before we finish up here. Firstly, awards and recognitions. Now, between 2005 and 2007, this arena was actually ranked the #1 venue for NBA, that's obviously basketball, in the US. So it held that for 3 years, which is a great achievement for this sort of arena. And Also, finally, with an arena that was opened so long ago in 1999, I know it sounds so long ago, there's had to be a few renovations through the years. The only major one was in 2012, so 4 years ago now, when a giant state-of-the-art scoreboard was put into the arena with full 1080p, so HD, I was going to say graphics then, HD installation, so it could show high definition sort of replays and scoreboard and that. And that scoreboard runs the length of the court, but it also has two slightly smaller scoreboards on either side of it, around 25 by 14, also 1080p, full HD, just so that every single end of the arena can see the score at all times. Anyway, that's all I've got time for you. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for watching this Virtual Stadium Tours video. If you enjoyed it and would like to see every new video this channel uploads as soon as it uploads them to the interwebs, why don't you press the subscribe button down below this video right now. Goodbye.